Hello, friends. I am integrating back from some lovely festivals, Oregon Country Fair and Summer in the Hollow, as well as integrating in some hard things, finding out that one of my uh, theater collaborators and the gentleman who was helping me, who helped me record my dad's memoir on audiobook, passed away. And as I have been unpacking and cleaning and sorting and doing all of those things, I came across some decks that were given to me by The Edge magazine and by Inner Traditions a while ago to look at and review and talk about on Group Tarot's YouTube station, and as you can see, it is still in the plastic. So I decided that today was a perfect day to do a pop-up live. So for all of you who are uh, just joining in live or watching the replay, if you want to know uh, when these little surprise tidbits happen, click the subscribe and turn on notifications button. Um, I wish that it did not have plastic around it, or that this was some of the biodegradable plastic wrap that they're creating these days out of, I want to say, seaweed and something else. I bought a loaf of bread at a co-op in California not too long ago, and it was in compostable plastic, basically. So Archangel, fire, oracle. Um, part of part of the reason why I wanted to take a look at this with y'all for the first time in the unboxing of it is because with all of the feelings that I have been feeling and that my community has been feeling, I felt like some fire was a good thing to balance out all of the water that's going on, which may seem a little strange because we are in the height days of summer with all sorts of heat from the sun and wildfires going on in parts of the global north. But where my community is at emotions wise is so water and grief and feeling. And so this feels like um, a perfect energetic balance to what's going on in my community's emotional and spiritual spheres right now. Um, so I love the fact that this box does have the little finger grabs on the side, because even though it is new and the outside of this is very glossy and sticky, I can still take it apart. Again, another little piece of microplastic keeping the cards together, which makes me sad, but beautiful, beautiful backs. It makes me actually wonder whether or not all of these different symbols on the back are different angelic symbols, or archangel symbols. And 40. So this healing oracle will introduce us to 40 dynamic, loving archangels and divine guides. And let's see, I'm just sort of flipping through a little bit. The book is in black and white and slightly small print, but yeah, so we can see here on the bottoms of each of the cards, a different sigil for them. Mm. So, as viewers of this channel know, I am much more interested in sharing decks by doing rather than just giving y'all a walkthrough of each card for you to look at. And so that was interesting. I was shuffling, and then this card decided it wanted to walk around and flip direction. So, listening to that, what wants to flip direction in our life, or what wants to help us flip our direction? Whew. Okay, I have absolutely no idea how to pronounce this correctly, but my best guess is Soquedhosi. And the first things that my eye is drawn to are all of the hot air balloon like lanterns in the background and the lightness that I am feeling here. And so it is as if, to the question that was literally in these cards of what wants to help us turn things around, is lightness, is balloons, is getting a dip, maybe going on a hot air balloon ride, something to give us a bird's eye perspective to float above whatever it is that is going on right now. And let's see what let's see what the book has to say, because whenever learning something for the first time, I am absolutely a proponent of reading the book. I know there are multiple schools of thought of toss the book out and just really get to know the cards. I personally am of the persuasion that knowing what the creator's intent was is valuable, even if I, as a reader, end up going, yeah, no, that doesn't actually sit or resonate with me. I'm going to toss that out. It's not useful for my divinatory work, for my clients' questions. I still want to know what the creator's intentions were. They give meditations on how to meet each of the archangels. And it looks like each card, so each card gets some information, a message, how to meet the archangel or spirit, and also potentially how to become. That is interesting. I am There is a strong place for embodiment of archetypes of deity, and it is something to be done with care and healthy boundaries. And as I am just jumping into the middle of this book, I don't know whether or not how to handle that energy and how to release those energies is talked about well in here or not. I hope so. Know that it is a know that it is not a 101 exercise. And for anyone who may be jumping in live, if you have questions or things that you see or want talked about as we explore this very first card from the Archangel Fire Oracle, toss them in the chat. The message from this card for us in turning things around is human beings have an innate need to interact with others. I will help bring balance to your love life and relationships, and above all, have a good relationship with yourself. Yes. This archangel is known as the keeper of divine balances. Ooh, and we are shifting out of the summer season here in the northern hemisphere towards autumn, towards the equinox and of balance, towards Libra and of balance. Um, mm, Lovely. I had not noticed that. So this particular archangel is illustrated in such a way to quite literally be half man and half woman, to be the be a body where both of those energies equally reside. I love that. Mm. I don't want to, just read everything directly from the book because that um, that feels like a little, too much than the little snippets that are allowed for copyright uh, purposes in reviewing things. But I do appreciate um, that Alexandra really goes into the importance of balance and really does a nice deep dive there in making sure our relationships are balanced, including our relationship with ourselves, to think about, because especially as this card came up, as it was flipping, so there's this card wants to help us flip energy in our lives. And so by thinking about where we are being drained, what relationships are draining us rather than refilling us, of what places are draining us rather than refilling us. What what um what fun distractions are um, renewing our vital life and creative energy versus sapping it out and just being like, oh, I have to go out. And there's also an interesting tightrope balance here going on with how they're holding that baton of knowing, like, the sensation that's coming up in my body is how when you are walking a tightrope or a slack rope or a balance beam, that where your gaze is really important. The drishti of yoga and of yoga practice, where your eyes literally go, and how each of us finds that balance point a little differently, and whether our gaze is on something firm in the distant horizon or something firm, like gently down in front of us, helps helps us to find that core alignment. And I don't know the exact translation of Soket Hosi, nor if I'm saying that correctly. If someone else knows, please let me know in the comments. I like to pronounce names correctly, it's important. Um, and their drishti is definitely a bit down, and in front of them, looking at those lids closed. So as we are finding our balance and reviewing our relationships and those that fill us up and those that drain us, is there anything else or any, in this case, as these are all archangels, um, is there anyone else who would like to assist? Sophia wants to assist. So, the bits that I know about Sophia um, without looking into the book is that she is that of knowledge, of wisdom. Sophia is part of the root of philosophy, philosophia, and in this image, she looks incredibly pregnant with a jar in one hand, a skull in the other, and a rose that looks to be growing up from the top of her belly to her heart, with tears flowing down her face, and a crown of stars, and the moon, and the sun, and it also kind of looks like falling ice cubes or falling diamonds there. And what is coming up is that the feelings of grief, of life, death, and rebirth are holy, that those cycles are holy and divine and sacred. And it's almost as if the skull is talking to the rose that is growing out of her stomach. And so it feels like reincarnation. It feels like the guardian angels, that it feels like how our mighty dead and our dearly departed may become guardian angels for those who are left behind and for those who are ready to be born. Seeing what Alexandra adds. These are the archangels of the diamond ray. So I was um, I was right in the flow, seeing those as diamonds. And Sophia is unconditional love, often linked with the ascended masters of compassion, Isis, Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, goes into talking about how Sophia means wisdom in Greek. And the message for this card is, do not fear the depth of your emotions, nor the height of your exuberance. Humanity is going to shift. Find your inner sanctuary as your emotions deepen and soar. And this card is ridiculously exact right now, as right before this live pop-up, looking through Archangel Fire Oracle, that's what we were talking about surrounding the death of Sam Mowry, and how a testament to a life full of love and joy and exuberance is the depth of grief that comes when friends pass on and family pass on, and that I will take the pendulum swing of those high highs and those low lows to be able to feel and experience and flow through such a huge range rather than the little small ones that I see others pass through in the world, and to just give a little bit more of these beautiful cards. Mm. Now, here's a card of abundance that I can easily imagine coming up in tandem with the Empress of the Tarot, that bread basket on the head, and caring caring for a small child, caring for the land. Mm. Mm. Michael. It's much bluer than I generally envision Michael as being. Ooh, yeah. Love, love you. Very the new Wonder Woman vibes to it that I'm loving, and the new Barbie, and no, the new She-Ra. That's what I'm trying to say. The new She-Ra vibes. Love that. Galagalil. Again, not sure if I am pronouncing her name correctly. So, as we continue, may we nurture and care for ourselves and our community well. May we find balance within ourselves and our relationships. Have a beautiful day.